Hello guys, today we're going to make a really cool thing using geometry nodes. We'll actually just use far nodes and really simple materials. And I'm going to show a cycles material and an EV material if you want to do it in EV. So I'm going to start and create a new file. And I'll just start a shortcut UV so you can see what I'm pressing. And you can use whatever object you want, but I recommend using one with less geometry. So I'm going to use a cube. So if you want to, you can press 5 on your numpad, and you will stay on orthographic view. But now let's do the actual stuff. I'm going to create a new geometry node 3, and the first thing I'm going to do is put an this one. So extrude mesh, and then I'm going to put a really low value right here, and then I'm going to put a scale elements, and then the top will go on the selection. Now we'll scale down, so like this. And the next thing we'll do is put this in a node group. So press Ctrl G. So we already used 2 nodes. The next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to rename this node group and name it base. And then I'm going to duplicate this node and press the 2 right here. So it creates a new one, a duplicate one. And I'm going to do the name of this node is going to be repeat. So now we'll go on the base and we'll duplicate those 2 nodes and put the geometry into the mesh and then the geometry into the geometry. Now what we will do is come here and type in area, face area, and then I'm going to compare it, and the result is going to go on scale, and the area is going to go on A, and I'm going to choose less than, and then here I'm going to put 0.4. Now we just need to do a little bit more, and the first thing we're going to do is just see what changed the most here. So is the scale elements, and that's the only thing we need to. And I'm going to put an E right here so it's easier to access. And then I'm going to go on the repeat right here and put the scale. I'm going to put the scale, the scale elements right over here. Then I'm going to plug this one, and then this one here, and then this one here. Then I'm going to press Ctrl Shift D, so keep the strings connected to it, and I'm going to put the geometry into the mesh. I'm going to put, I think, maybe 3 of those, then repeat, or you can go far with far. I think that's good already. Now we can go over here and change, and you see we're getting really cool effects. And just be careful, every repeat that you put here, it will have more geometry, so it will be like. Now we have everything that we need to change right here to get different effects. So I'll just duplicate this and rotate it so you get different sizes. So those values here you can animate and make a cool animation with it. And then now I'm going to go to layout and add a camera. I'm going to press Ctrl Alt number pad 0 right here, and I'm going to go on camera and put it at orthographic. and then I'm just going to change right here to a better place. But before getting it the right, I'm just going to make this a square render. So I'm going to hold this Ctrl C and then Ctrl V, and now we can keep changing the value over there. So now I think this is really close to my original one. What we have to do, so I'm going to show the cycles material first and then the Eevee. So if you want to skip ahead. So the cycles material is going to be like this. I'm going to go on the material properties, put a new material, and then change from principal BSDF to class BSDF. And that's what we have to do. So now we will add a light, a point light, and keep it at 10. If you want, you can put more, but I really like this value. And then the color you can change and get really fun effects. So I think my original was blue, but it's really easy. You can just change it right here. So as you can see, we're getting this really fun part. But now it's time for the Eevee material. So I'm going to change it to Eevee, and it won't work because the light won't work. So we'll create a new material. I'm just going to press X and then new material. I'm going to remove this point light, and then what you can do is I like the metallic look of this. So as you can see, guys, it's really fun look. I keep the roughness right here, and if you want you can put like a gold, but I prefer like this. Now you can add area lights and then put it right here. I don't know, just rotate it and see where you like it. So here's a really cool place already, but I still prefer the cycles one. But if you don't have a CPU or GPU, you can use this material. But you can get really creative with this, and you don't need to just do the metallic. You can experiment with whatever you want, or even use some materials that you have. But I just have one more thing. For the background, what I did is I added I came here at a plane, rotated just to be pointing like the camera, and then scale up really big, just so it covers the whole camera space. And then right over here on the material properties, I created a new material, and then brought the metallic up and the roughness a little bit down, like 0.3. Now if we look on the render view, I'm going to just cut this and put my cycles one. So what I did here, I just deleted all the 2 cubes, so I didn't have to do any more stuff. But as you can see, the plane gets this shadow look, and then it really adds some more things to the background. And if you want to make the color of the background all the way black, I think it becomes just too black, so I prefer to keep it like the default. And then you can still add more lights to get more detail and point to get more attention to this object. But yeah, so after messing a little bit around, I got this render right here, and that's it. If you want to animate it, just come here to choose your object, come here to the geometry node setup, and then you can change right here, and it will change the lights too. Not that much, but it still changes. But just be careful to not go too crazy with the values. But yeah, that's how you get this really cool geometry. But I think just to be careful, because this can get really laggy just by adding another repeat onto it. So I like to keep like this with 3 repeats or 4 maximum. So that's how you get this really crazy looking geometry in Blender. And if you like my content, please go on my Patreon and support me. The red one is still available, so you get all my project files and sometimes extra tutorials. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys in the next video.